Another peaceful evening in Bikini Bottom. Listen to the tropical tranquility. We see the town of Bikini Bottom. Something underground is tunneling and consumes the Bikini Bottom sign. Oh. The tunneling thing moves on to the rest of Bikini Bottom. A cop is writing a ticket for a car parked near a fire hydrant. The thing, still invisible, makes eating noises. We then see that the car has disappeared. So the cop picks up the fire hydrant, moves it to the adjacent car, and places the ticket on that car, whistling as he casually walks away. The thing moves on to SpongeBob's house. Gary wakes up, sees the thing, and meows in terror. SpongeBob is still fast asleep.
Mumbling, half asleep. 2 scoops, please. Thank you. Creature eats his blanket, you keep the change. Creature eats his pillow, he wakes up. What? He watches in horror as he sees the creature leaving his house, the whole side of the house eaten away. A new scene shows SpongeBob talking to the crowd at the Krusty Krab. I saw it. It was big. It was all wiggly. And it ate everything.
That's horrible. Gobbles down a whole tray of food, containers and all.
It was an Alaskan bullworm. Each of the 3 words appear on screen as he says them, Alaskan written in icy letters, bull written in furry letters, and worm written in letters that resemble worms. The crowd murmurs worriedly.
He ate my wheelbarrow. He has his wheelbarrow with a bite taken out of it.
He ate my children's homework. Her 2 kids wink simultaneously and give a big thumbs up. Has a huge bite taken out of his butt. Do I need to say it? Crowd murmurs some more. How can we protect ourselves?
I've got it. Let's all buy a Krabby Patty. Crowd boos and throws ketchup and mustard bottles at him.
We should lock our doors. We should call my nephew. We should dig a moat.
We should take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else. Crowd immediately quiets down.
That idea may just be crazy enough to get us all killed. Crowd resumes fretting.
Amongst the murmuring, what's wrong with my idea? Let's get someone to go after it. There ain't no one fool enough to take on an Alaskan bullworm. A horrible screeching noise is heard. The crowd cringes. We see a scary-looking old guy in a raincoat with a hook for a hand, scraping it on the window of the Krusty Krab. He stops.
You got a bathroom in this place?
Looks slightly peeved. In the back.
Legs wobble, thanks. He runs for it.
Under a wide-brimmed cowboy hat, I'll catch your worm for ya, that is if and you're willing to pay. Tips brim up.
No. You'll never get a cent out of me. Runs to block the cash register with his body. Never. I'd rather that worm come in here right now and eat you all alive. Begins foaming at the mouth. The crowd looks at him strangely. He calms down. Sorry.
Laughs good-naturedly. Aw, shucks. I don't want your money. I was just playing up the drama of the moment, is all. Mr. Krabs chuckles, which gradually turns into crying. Sandy continues, nope, I'm gonna take that spineless critter down for nothing, 'cause this is personal. Look. My tail's gone. She shows them. Crowd gasps, varmint must have got it while I had my back turned, the coward. Crowd sympathizes, I am gonna get back what's mine. Crowd cheers.
Looks alarmed. What? But, Sandy, you don't know what you're up against. We're talking about an Alaskan bullworm. The 3 words appear on screen again.
Well, I don't know nothing about Alaska, but looky here. She pulls out a wallet with pictures. Back in Texas I wrangled bulls, and I wrangled worms. We see pictures of a real-life squirrel with a lasso around a bull, then a lasso around a worm. Far as I'm concerned, doing 'em both together just saves rope. Now I'm gonna go kick me some wormtail. Yeehaw. She runs to the doors of the Krusty Krab. The crowd goes wild.
But, Sandy, you don't know.
Don't worry, SpongeBob. I won't be long. Leaves.
Chases after her. Sandy. Sandy.
Amidst the still cheering crowd, go get him, Sandy. We have the utmost confidence in you. Crowd stops. Mr. Krabs turns to Patrick. Now, what was that idea of yours? Scene cuts to all the citizens trying to push the buildings of Bikini Bottom. Push. Citizens strain as they try to push the town. Cut back to SpongeBob chasing after Sandy.
Wait. Sandy.
Hey, SpongeBob, you coming to watch?
Sandy, don't go.
Why not?
Sandy, I saw it. It's big, scary, and pink. Each word appears on the screen, big displayed in large letters, scary in green drippy letters, and pink fuzzy cursive letters.
So's Patrick's belly button, but I ain't afraid of that, neither.
You'll get massacred. Collapses into sponge cubes.
SpongeBob, I'm from Texas. What you think is big and what I think is big are two totally different big-s. Besides, he's got my tail. I can't take that sitting down.
Okay, but what if the worm didn't take your tail?
If that worm ain't got my tail, who does?
Unconvincingly, I do.
You do? Where?
In my pocket.
Well, why didn't you just say so? Give it here. Come on. SpongeBob looks nervous, pulls something from his pocket, and opens his hand. SpongeBob, that's a paper clip. And a piece of string.
Shakes head, meekly, no, it's not, this is your tail.
Annoyed, SpongeBob.
Defensively, how would you know? It's always behind you. Oh, don't go, don't go, don't go. He jumps onto the front of Sandy's air helmet and hugs it.
Pulls him off. SpongeBob, what is the matter with you? Now, I'm gonna go give that legless rascal what for. And there ain't nothing you can say to stop me. Resumes walking.
Oh, yeah? What if I said, Blargen fidibble no hip?
Stops. Well, I gotta admit, that's slowing me down, but I'm still going for him. Continues.
Appears next to an annoyed Sandy as she strides along. You know, tails are so overrated. Let's just forget about it and go home. Sandy keeps walking. SpongeBob reappears. I've got ice cream. With nuts. Sandy continues. SpongeBob appears once more, this time with a goofy squirrel mask on his face. Sandy, this is your pappy speaking, and I forbid you to go after this worm. Y'all come back here, young lady.
You ain't my pa.
Stands in front of her with boxing gloves. Sandy, if you want to get to that worm, you're gonna have to go through me. Sandy pushes through his body as if walking through a pair of swinging doors. He grabs her ankles, crying, Sandy, no. I can't let you. I'm not gonna let you get killed. If you find him, you'll get eaten for sure.
Ain't no way some dumb old sea worm's gonna make a meal of me. I'm too Texas tough.
Still crying and holding on to her ankles. No, not tough enough. Not tough enough.
SpongeBob, quit your worrying. I can take care of myself. After all, who's the strongest critter in Bikini Bottom? She grabs an anchor and pulls a boat down from the surface.
You are.
And who put the 𝘁𝗴𝗀𝗃 in karate? Makes a K shape.
Shaped like a U, you did.
And who saves your yellow backside from certain destruction on a regular basis?
His butt has property of sandy cheeks printed on it, states it meekly, you do.
Right. And I can handle your little bullworm too, 'cause I am the best there is. There ain't nothing too big or too ornery for me to catch.
Okay.
Say it.
There isn't anything.
Ain't nothing.
In a high-pitched voice like Sandy. Ain't nothing. Normal voice. Too big or too ornery for you to catch. But. Sandy cuts him off. But. Cuts him off again. And. Cuts him off again. We. Cuts him off again. I. Cuts him off again. Yeah, but.
No.
You see.
No.
I. Sandy cuts him off one last time with a frustrated groan.
Picks up some sand from the ground as if tracking an animal and sniffs it. Worm sign. She holds a small sign in her palm that has worm painted on it. Looks up. He's in that cave.
Sandy, are you sure you?
Course I am. I'm going in, and I ain't coming out till I got me a big heaping plate of worm stew. She walks into the cave. SpongeBob hides behind a rock and shudders. We hear Sandy inside the cave. Aha! There you are, you tail-nabbing varmint. Hiya! We hear karate noises. Sandy peeks out of the cave. I'm winning, SpongeBob. Resumes fighting.
Sandy, that's not. More fighting noises. Sandy peeks out again.
This shouldn't take long. Resumes fighting.
Sandy, that's not.
Almost done.
Sandy.
Yeehaw! Comes out riding a pink segmented thing. I got him, SpongeBob. Makes a giant knot and stands on it proudly.
Still uneasy, Sandy?
Boy, howdy. This critter put up some sort of fight. But I'm from Texas, and as you can see, no worm is a match for me. I even found my tail. We see that she has fastened her tail back together with some twine.
That's not the worm.
Looking annoyed with her arms crossed. Pardon?
That's not the worm. That's his tongue. Camera zooms out to show that SpongeBob is right. The opening of the cave is actually the worm's open mouth. His eyes blink with a squishy sound.
Voice breaking. Oh, this is the tongue. And the whole thing is the worm. Freaks out. Run for your life. They sprint away, the worm chomps down, roars angrily, and chases after them.
So what's the plan, Sandy? They look back and see that the worm is approaching faster.
Run faster.
I could have thought of that. Hey, wait a minute. I was right, wasn't I?
Later.
Ah, he is too big for you, isn't he?
Not now, SpongeBob.
I wanna hear you say it.
Can we talk about this another time?
Say it.
SpongeBob.
Say it, or I'll trip you. He continues running on one foot, the other poised to trip Sandy.
No. Get away.
Say it.
Not now.
Say it.
Okay. You were right, and I was wrong. I was wrong, 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 wrong. Are you happy now?
Smirks, I knew it. The worm emits another huge growl, prompting the two to run even faster. They run up and down a sand mound, which the worm plows right through. They run past Fish 3, who is leaning over under his car's hood. His butt is bandaged up. The worm passes by and takes another bite out of him.
Not again.
Yeah?
Sandy?
Is panting and sweating. The worm growls again. Sandy sees the seemingly endless coral trees in front of them. I've got it. SpongeBob, you still got that paper clip and that string?
What do we do now?
No, silly. How about S for save our skins? She takes the string and uses the hook of the paper clip to wrap the string around one of the coral trees. She grabs SpongeBob and swings them up and over the branch onto the worm's back. Yeehaw! Now this is what I call a rodeo. We'll be nice and safe up here. Not for long, as the worm starts to plow into a ravine like a runaway train. Sandy and SpongeBob realize this, scream, and begin running toward the end of worm to the safety of the plateau. They jump off safely as the worm falls into the ravine. We did it.
I'm way ahead of you, Sandy. Fashions a necklace out of them. Look, it's a necklace. S for SpongeBob or S for Sandy. That way they can identify our bodies.
We saved the town.
Yay. He'll never get out of there.
Push. Citizens push the city, push. Push one last time.
Yay. Let's go tell everybody. They leave the scene and new scene shows all the citizens still trying to push Bikini Bottom to safety. The city is now at the bottom of the ravine.
Hooray! The worm lands on the city and crushes it.